Some of these stories are so unbelievable that they actually do seem like they're not real, except they are. And I've talked about the problem with calling them unbelievable because it actually creates a sort of disbelief of things that are all too real and should horrify us. And this is going to be sort of a short story since it's still developing. I did want to briefly cover it. A top Trump national security advisor has been reportedly escorted out of the White House and placed on leave when it was uncovered that they were potentially a security risk. Remember, we were told Donald Trump can be trusted to hire the right people, that he can be trusted with sensitive information, with information security, all of that stuff. Hillary couldn't be trusted, except then Trump is spilling secrets to Russian spy recruiters in the Oval Office using unsecured devices that he refuses to have screened. And here appears to have someone who's a security risk working in the White House. I'm talking about a guy named Andrew Peek. Andrew Peek is or was the senior director for European and Russian affairs at the National Security Council. This is like one of Trump's top Russia advisors. He is now on leave and a security investigation is taking place. Trump had someone on the National Security Council previously at the State Department, his top person on Russia, involved in all sorts of sensitive areas. And that guy had to be escorted out of the White House by security. The White House was asked for comment. They said, we don't discuss security matters, which of course confirms that this is a security matter. Peek himself was asked to comment, said no comment. So it's not just that Donald Trump is hiring bad people. He's hiring people who are potentially security threats that security has to escort out. But the bigger picture issue is that this is the third time in a year that this position is vacant, never mind other positions of importance. And someone sent me a funny message because Peek advises Trump on Russia stuff. I got an email that said, hey, David, do you think Peek was escorted out because it was revealed he's in cahoots with Putin? Or do you think he was escorted out because it was revealed that he's not in cahoots with Putin and that doesn't work for Donald Trump? Very clever. At this point, it's all speculation. I actually think that the entire security threat story might be false. And I'll explain what I mean by that. Andrew Peek was an intelligence officer for a long time. He has a doctorate in international affairs. He was appointed, I believe, by David Petraeus under the Barack Obama administration. It's possible that Trump missed this guy in the firings of Obama people. And now, after the Iranian fiasco, it's possible Peek started speaking out, saying what you're doing is crazy. And then it was realized by the Trump administration, oh, damn, how did this guy slip through the cracks? He's got to go. Let's escort him out and say that there's a security investigation going on. It's mere speculation. It's all crazy. I don't know what the final resolution would be. But remember, it was Trump who said, I will hire the best people. It was Trump who said the people around me are just going to be the best. And, that if you want proof that Trumpists were bamboozled by that line, think back to someone else who tried to use that same bullet point and was excoriated, Herman Cain. Herman Cain is this pizza entrepreneur who ran for president for the Republican nomination. I want to say it was 2012, although maybe it was in 2008. Can you imagine if that was 12 years ago? It feels so recent. Anyway, Herman Cain ran for the Republican nomination. And one of the things that Herman Cain started saying early on when he was asked about what would your policy be in Afghanistan, or, people were asking policy heavy questions, he would say, haven't figured it out yet, but I'm going to put the best person in charge of figuring that out. And maybe his followers sort of bought it, but the Republican Party at large did not buy it. And he was completely laughed at, and his campaign fell apart relatively quickly after he said that. On the other hand, you've had Donald Trump effectively saying the same thing, which is that Donald Trump did a better job of pretending to know about stuff like trade and healthcare or whatever. But he also pushed a lot of the same idea that he was going to hire the best people. He was going to drain the swamp, put the best people in. It's really the same failed idea that Herman Cain put forward about, I'll figure it out when I get there and I'll put people in place who are going to know. But with Donald Trump, it worked, and it actually succeeded at bamboozling enough of his followers and even enough Republicans who said, I trust that Donald Trump is going to take our advice. And Trump sometimes alluded to that by saying, hey, you know what? I will select justices to the Supreme Court from a list given to me by, I think it was the Heritage Foundation. I will select judges for lower court levels from lists that are generated by this group or that group. So Trump was equally clueless about a lot of these policy issues, but he played the game about hiring the right people. Of course, it was a complete and total farce, and he didn't do that, and a whole bunch of his people have been indicted, if not forced out for different reasons, many of them internationally embarrassing. Privacy.com is one of our sponsors, and they're giving you $5 just for using their free service at privacy.com/Pakman. Privacy is a service I've been using for a while now. I love it. It saves me a bunch of headaches. It's completely free, and it's very quick to set up. And here's how it works. When you pay for something online or over the phone, instead of exposing your real credit card number, Privacy lets you generate virtual card numbers. The payments are withdrawn from your checking account, but your real card number stays completely private, and you do it all with one click. You can autofill the card number in your web browser, on the phone. You can create 12 virtual cards a month. You can set spending limits, freeze them, delete them whenever you want. I especially love it for free trials where you need to give a credit card number, because I can destroy the virtual card number as soon as I give it to the company, and I know I won't be charged in the future. If you're ordering food over the phone, why do I need to give a restaurant my real card number if I don't have to? Companies don't have to know who you are. Your real credit card number is protected from the data breaches that happen, unfortunately, more often than we would like, and it's completely free. They do have a paid version with different tiers where you can create more virtual credit card numbers per month, cashback rewards, extra security features. But go ahead and sign up for the free service. It's a no-brainer. Companies can't charge you unexpectedly. You're protected from identity theft. It costs you nothing. And Privacy is giving you $5 to spend just for signing up when you go to privacy.com/Pakman.